Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I'm your host, Mikan.
And I am your host, Ichigo. What's up, guys?
Hey guys. Join us this week as we discuss things we want to see created for the anime community. Hey guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again this week.
Yes.
Yeah. So this week we are going to be tackling the topic about things we want to see created for the anime community. And this was actually a recommendation by a lovely follower. Ichigo, if you can give them the lowdown on that and who it was.
Yes. So this episode was recommended to us by Everyday Cosplay Collection. Hope you guys are following them on social media. They are a anime apparel women's fashion brand, and they have all different types of hoodies, t-shirts, clothes, you name it, they got it. Okay. And it is really cute styles, and they have a variety of different sizes, and they are made for every single person of everybody's style and everybody type. So go check them out, because if you're looking for some just really cute, awesome anime inspired clothing, they got you. So thanks again
Yeah,
for,
thanks for the recommendation.
yes, we really
Interesting
appreciate
topic.
it. Yes, we can't wait to dive in.
Absolutely. We love it when you guys like leave us comments and whatnot on our social media. It's so nice to just hear other people, give a little
Yes.
their opinions and whatnot. So be sure if you
Yes.
guys have a topic that you guys want us to talk about, write it down on our TikTok or Instagram or wherever you feel comfortable and whatever social media platform you guys use.
Yes. It is pinned on our Instagram page. So when you go to our Instagram page, it should be the first post that you see. So if you do have any recommendations, make sure to let us know.
So jumping right in, I am curious to know, Ichigo, what would you say is something that you want to see created?
So for me, and I'm not including the abundance of season two animes,
Okay.
which I had a huge list for, or even just like animes to be revamped. But
Mhm.
for me specifically, the one thing that I could think of that I thought was interesting personally was, I want to see certain anime adapted into a stage play.
Interesting take.
And the reason I want to see certain anime adapted into like a live stage play is because a little while back, Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away was actually adapted into a live performance stage play that they recorded. It was in theaters for a very short period of time during Ghibli Movie Month, I believe last year or the year before last. But you can now stream this movie on Max, which is formerly known as HBO Max. And I actually missed my chance to see it in the theaters, but we have Max, and I got to watch it on Max, and it was really good. Like, I had exceeded my expectations. Mind you, it is a stage play, guys. Okay, so these are live actors who are performing the scenes from the movie. It's not like just a stage reading where the characters are dressed up and they're just reading from a script. And it was done so well that I was like, I wonder how many other anime shows would look really good on a stage play.
That'd be really interesting. I don't know if this has ever happened, but if they would have like a Broadway of some anime, that'd be really cool. Like some
Mm-hmm.
of the movies, particularly, that would be really cool.
Well, and not only that, I feel like Ghibli movies definitely 100% would be the start of getting
Yeah,
anime onto
that'd be
like
the
Broadway
gateway.
shows. That would be the gateway. And I want to say, now mind you, I have not seen anybody else do a stage play for an anime movie, show, anything. I have seen just floating around here and there on Instagram, Spy X Family or Spy Family,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
where it looks like it's a stage play, but it's I'm assuming it's only in Japan, and it looks like they're just kind of taking certain scenes from the anime show and just putting it on stage so you can see it live.
Okay. All right. So like just a live like little snippets of live action type of play.
Right, right.
Okay.
But I quite honestly, I think it would be interesting. It might be a very niche topic,
Yeah.
very niche, but I feel like anime fans who also like watching stage plays or going to stage plays would thoroughly enjoy watching something like this.
That would actually be really interesting. Honestly, because they do like for instance, Lion King, Aladdin. They have some Disney movies
Mhm.
that they made into Broadway shows. So I do think that'd be a pretty cool concept to
Yeah.
bring for anime as well.
I mean, to be honest with you, if they ever brought Spirited Away, a live play, I'm pretty sure it would hit New York City first,
Uh huh.
in
I
which
feel
case
like
I want to go see
yeah,
it.
I feel like Kiki's Delivery Service would be a really good Broadway show.
Quite honestly, I feel like the best Broadway show that would feel a little bit more realistic, if we're talking about Studio Ghibli, I think it would be Ariete. Because she's so
Really?
small, like, oh yeah, you could easily make gigantic size props and just bring the stage to life. I feel like it might be a little harder with
I
Kiki's Delivery Service because there are a lot of scenes where Kiki is flying.
Yeah, but they do that with Aladdin. They do the magic carpet scene and they do it fabulously. The sets and stuff
Okay.
they can do, like even Wicked, they have like flying scenes where she's flying on the broom. It
Oh
looks
yeah.
amazing. But the problem with Ariete is if you have two actors, it's hard to make one look like
Oh,
a
bigger than the
tiny,
other.
yes. That's the only issue I would see with that. It would be hard to have, like, a giant constantly next to a really tiny person.
Yeah.
Maybe for, like, one scene, but constantly, it would I feel like would be a little bit difficult. And all the other ones that have a lot of, like, action, I feel might be a little bit
Mhm.
or that are a little bit more serious, if you know what I mean? Like Princess Mononoke, how are they gonna bring the boars and the wolves? Like, it's gonna it's just gonna look a little bit.
But let me tell you something, the way that they did Spirited Away, because Spirited Away has a whole bunch of different spirits and different creatures
Oh,
in the
yeah.
bathhouse, right? They really outdid themselves. And mind you, it's a stage play. So I had to go in thinking this is not going to be like the anime. This is completely different. It's not a live action movie. You have to watch this. I honestly think you would enjoy it. But the interesting thing is, typically in American stage plays, I don't know about other countries, but typically in American stage plays, when you have stage hands, they dress in all black. So they blend in with the background, right? So you can't really
Yeah.
see them in certain scenes, but you can see something moving, but you can't see them. Um, in this stage play, all of the stage hands were dressed in cream. You could see them a mile away.
Wait,
So you,
how come
girl, you gotta watch it.
why why would they all be a different color than what the background is?
I
Were
think
they
it
supposed to
just
be part
depends
of him?
on, yeah, but you can see the people's hands moving. So like the guy that plays the frog, you would assume that the stage person, it's an actual like little frog puppet that he's using to talk. And you would think that
Okay.
the stage person would be dressed in all black. No, the stage person that's playing the frog is dressed in cream. All the stage people, like the stage hands,
They're
they're
dressed in
dressed in
cream?
cream. It was interesting. So I think, quite honestly, a lot of anime would do well on a stage play. To be honest with you.
Honestly, I feel like it could there would be quite a few that would be able to be pulled off. That
Mhm.
would be interesting to see. Oh my god, what if some of them turn into musicals?
Spirited Away was a musical.
It was a musical?
Kind of. Kind of.
Oh, snap.
It wasn't
That's
like
kinda cute.
Rent musical or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Hamilton musical.
They
It
just had a
was
few songs.
yeah.
Ooh, that's
And
kinda
I was like,
cute.
this definitely was not in a movie.
You're like, "Wait a minute, when did they have, like, the soundtrack? Hold on."
It was very much it was giving very much like who is this character and why is she singing?
Why is she singing?
But it
That's
matched
actually
the
really
vibe.
interesting.
It matched the vibe. So what about you? What are you creating?
Me?
What do you want to see created?
What I wanna see? Well, I was thinking of kind of, like, some cartoons I would want, like, to see hopefully one day animated, and
Yes.
the one that first popped into my head was Totally Spies. I want to
100%.
see a grown version of that and just more serious, but have an anime but, like, oh, I
Yes.
feel like it'd be if they do it right, it'll be so good.
I mean, to be honest with you, they're doing Suicide Squad, so please somebody make Totally Spies. But I don't
For
want it
real.
Charlie's Angels level. I don't want it Charlie's Angels level. Like I still want our beloved Totally Spies just in an anime,
I
and
want a
please
little
don't put them in an
yeah.
isekai.
Oh, no. No, no, no. Just regular, like, same setting style, like, I would like it a little more grown, though, I'm not gonna lie, because if we're going anime, I want it to be a little more mature, and I feel like that'd be pretty cool in the modern day take, like a modern day take of 3 female spies.
I
I
would
feel like
love
that'd be
to
really
see
good.
that.
Right? It could go horribly wrong, but if they do it right, if they, because all I'm thinking is they're probably gonna make it all, like, half ecchi, like
Well, it depends on which studio picks it up
Exactly.
and who's actually
Exactly.
doing it.
Mhm. And I have to say another thing that I really, really, really first of all, why is there so many isekais? Like, I've already said this 100 times, but what I don't understand is I feel like a lot of these studios are not picking up enough popular, like, really good manga that's already maybe been completed or maybe, is still continuing but has a lot of chapters that's pretty popular. I don't know why. These a lot of these studios try to make originals and I'm like, "It's awful." Just get a manga that's already loved by so many people and just make it into an anime. There's already so much good stories and plot lines that are out there. I don't know why they don't use it.
Not only that, I'm not saying don't make new anime based off manga. How about giving us a season 2 for a lot of these animes that we've been waiting years
Yes,
for?
for real. Where are those at? Where? They keep trying to push all this, like, new isekai one after the other, like, we don't need any more.
I'm so sick of isekai anime, and I promise you, every single season there's like 5, 10 more.
Yes, I know. And they're all sort of a lot of times original stories, which I'm like, "Bro, we don't need no more. Who is spitting all these out?" Like, we get it. We get it. Oh, I'm genuinely, genuinely curious because I know, like, typically anime is made for a Japanese audience. I'm really curious though, are Japanese anime watchers that into isekais? Like, I don't know. I gotta see some kind of articles online or something. I gotta read up on that because I'm really wondering who are they making this for?
I don't know, but you and I have a whole bunch of friends in Japan that we can just ask that question
That's
to.
true. But I don't know, like, honestly, oddly, a lot of the people I know in Japan don't watch anime, so
I know some that do, so I could just ask them
you
like,
should ask
"Look,
them.
can y'all start a
What do you guys
petition,
watch?
please?"
Yeah. Who is making all these isekais and who is watching them? Because
I don't
somebody's
know.
got to.
I feel like all the anime bigwigs like went to a meeting and they were like, "Okay, look, your studio's gonna mostly make romance. Your studio's gonna make some heavy hitters. Your studio's gonna, you know, have the anime that start out slow but end out really good." And any of the studios that didn't show up, all of them will make isekais. Like,
Well, man. Well, dang. I mean, Apparently a lot of the studios didn't show up because they're just making a lot of isekais.
My gosh. What other kind of things? Ooh, piggybacking off of your cartoons idea.
Mhm.
Which Disney movies do you think would be a good anime?
So, I feel like a lot of Disney movies, for the most part, I feel like they did well by themselves, but I was just thinking what would be really cool is a Japanese modern version of A Bug's Life. Is Bug's Life Disney? Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. Wait,
it was at the time
who was it?
Pixar, but
Pixar, right?
Pixar is now owned by Disney. So
Mhm.
technically, yes. It's
I'm
Disney's
just
Pixar, so
it's j
yes.
I'm just thinking of animated movies. Also, The Emperor's New Groove, a Japanese comedy version
Yo, I would
would be
absolutely
so good.
love to see The Emperor's New Groove
Mhm.
as an anime because I love that movie
That
so
movie is so good,
much.
and it's
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
I like Up too. I wanna see Up, Japanese Up.
That would be a cute romance, I think.
Where's the
A
romance? In the beginning? In the
well,
first 5
look,
minutes of the movie?
it would be a
So sad.
tragic romance.
Tragic romance. Also,
Um,
I would like to see The Incredibles, but, like, a Japanese family.
I feel like that would be a good shonen.
That would be a really cute little shonen.
Like a comedic shonen.
Yes.
Not like Gintama level comedic, but
No,
like
no, a little more serious.
yeah, yeah,
I
a
feel like it
little
would be
more
like a
serious.
Like, if you put, like, One Piece level of comedy, but also seriousness, it would be so cute.
Yes, or even just like a little lighthearted, kind of like Inuyasha shonen. Then yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
What about you? What animated movies, cartoons would you like to see?
I don't know. You hit some of my big ones for cartoons. I would love to see Dexter's Laboratory
Ooh, okay, okay.
or Fairly Odd Parents
That's one I was thinking of.
because Dexter's Laboratory, if turned into an anime, would give me Psyche K vibes
Mhm.
with a little bit of Dr. Stone.
Okay, okay.
And then Fairly Odd Parents would just be pure comedy.
See, I want Fairly Odd Parents, but I want it to be as unhinged and insane as, like, Evangelion, where I'm left in complete confusion, but also I kind of enjoyed the journey there, like, because
I
Fairly Odd Parents, like, when you look at it as a grown adult, there are some things where you're like, "Oh my god, what this is kinda, like, twisted and messed up, but also really cool." I don't know, they have a lot of, like, little jabs in there that just make you think a bit.
yes, quite honestly, I feel like if they ever made Fairly Odd Parents, I'm not gonna lie, I think it would be an isekai
It probably would.
because
It
I
I
feel like
most
Timmy
likely
would
would.
make the wrong wish and then Cosmo would just poof them to an isekai and then they
Yeah,
gotta battle and use magic in order to get
basically.
their way out.
I'm pretty sure the story has been done. It exists. It's out there somewhere. I do not doubt it at all.
Ooh, another thing I want to see. I think as we have grown older, our
Mhm.
tastes have shifted, right? We
Yeah.
now are watching a lot of, I'll say more adult anime.
Mhm.
And by more adult, I mean anime that's not geared towards children.
Uh-huh.
And so, what I would actually like to see a little bit more is anime that kind of just is a little bit more down to earth. And by down to earth, I mean anime with adult leads who are just doing everyday things. And it could just be like a regular slice of life or a romance or just like a motivational slice of life. This person is really down in the dumps and then they find either a new job or a new hobby or something that just helps keep them going, and then they're not their whole life turns around, but like they're slowly making changes to their life to look more positively on things. And I feel
Yeah.
like as adults, that's what we need, you know? So I would
Yeah, that would be
love
really
to
cute.
see more. And I feel like we have seen a lot more. So, for example, My Boss is Goofy, that anime that just came out in the fall, I believe, this past
Mhm.
fall. We have other shows like Wotakoi, which is
Okay, yeah.
how to fall in love with,
Yeah.
like basically
So
otaku
just
style.
yeah, like a grown slice of life, like a
Yeah.
grown version, a little more grown. Yeah, that would be really cute. I think they are, like, starting to come out with quite a few of those, like you mentioned.
Well, and there was one that I watched a little while back. This came out last year, and I believe the English title was something along the lines of "The Masterful Cat My Masterful Cat is Depressed" or something like that, which
Oh,
was
yes.
and it was a story about a woman who's in the work life, and she adopts this cat, and this cat just grows like super huge, but she lives alone and the cat basically takes care of her.
Yeah, a little house cat, a little housewife cat.
Housewife cat, but the cat is huge. The cat is bigger than she is.
Yeah.
And the cat is just like walking around the neighborhood like every day. And it's a really cute show, but there are so many scenes in that anime in particular that I was like, this is so relatable. Like,
Mhm.
she wakes up and she's like, man, I really just do not want to go to work today. And I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? Do you know
I
how
feel
many
you.
days I've woken up and I'm just
Yeah.
like, you know what? I don't feel it. Like, I'm
I'm
not,
gonna call it and quit.
you know. And there's another one that came out a little while back, and this is pure comedy. I love this anime. I cannot remember the title 100%, but it was something along the lines of Mr. Oh, I can't remember the title. I'm so bad with titles, guys.
That's me
But
too.
if I
Don't worry,
remember the
we
title, I'll put it in the description below.
Mhm.
I just know Miyano Momoru was in this
Of
show.
course. Of course.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to be, but he was in the show. And basically, the show is surrounding a guy who's just like, I don't say he hates his life, but I'll say
He kinda does.
he kind of hates his life. Not like in a negative way, but like, I
Yeah.
hate my
He's just not
job.
yeah, he's just not
I'm
in a
not
happy
happy.
place. Mhm.
Right. He works on a kids show and he's
Oh,
supposed to
yes,
portray
the meme one that everyone has probably
yes.
seen, yeah,
Yes.
where the
So
little kids ask mhm.
he portrays this like happy go lucky, everything is sunshine and roses, obviously
Yeah,
for the
but
kids.
inside his head,
Inside his head, he was like,
it's a
everything
dark
is
nightmare.
burning.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
Oh, that's so funny.
And there are even certain scenes where
Relatable.
he tells the kids, he's like, look, when you grow up, life sucks, okay?
I'm gonna give you a little truth bomb right here.
He's like, life is not sunshine and roses, okay?
Mhm.
And I feel like we need more
He's not
shows like
wrong,
that.
he's not wrong.
I need more shows that I can relate to.
Honestly, I feel like those are slice of life is right now, like, I think you have to be in a certain, like, mood to watch a slice of life, you know what I mean? You have to be in, like, a comfort or, like, in that feeling, or maybe that's just me, but I have to be in a mood to, like I need something relatable and then to watch it.
I had two main comfort anime that I forced myself to watch.
Forced.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'll say I enjoyed both of them so much. Like My Boss is Goofy, I loved it. But what I mean, like, force myself to watch is because after every single episode of Jujutsu Kaisen,
Oh, you're
I had to
just
bring
down
my
in the
heart
dump.
some health. you know,
Yeah. Yeah, you had to bring it back up.
I had to bring it back up. And
Mhm.
so, even if I'm like, man, I am not in the mood to watch this, I had to force myself to watch it because I'm like, this is going to make me happy. So
You
if you're
needed
ever
a little
watching a
medicine.
sad anime or an anime that will mess with your mind like JJK, you need some comfort anime. And as an adult, you need a comfort anime that you can relate to.
That's true. On a happier note, though, they just made a new show, Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover.
Yes.
It was really weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
haven't
just
seen it
watched
yet.
it. It was. It was a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. But I would love to see an anime version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I want it to be more fun though,
I
like the
feel
Brangelina
like
version.
well, I feel like there is a version. I'm not gonna say Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm not gonna go that far, but
Mm.
there is an anime that kind of does remind me of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith style, and it's called Love of Kill.
Love of Kill.
Uh huh. It's a romance anime, but both of the main characters are basically like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but they're not together in the anime. But the guy falls in love with her, and they're both after each other.
Okay,
And
okay.
they it's a story of like them falling in love.
Oh, okay, so
But
like 2 assassins, yeah.
right.
Oh, that's kinda cute. I should put that on my little list.
Yeah, I think you might like it. You might like it. I can't remember if I finished it or not though.
Mm.
If I did, I don't remember the ending, but I do remember I do remember watching it
Ooh.
at least.
Ooh, and you know another show? I don't know, I feel like this is an underrated show. It's called See, like, I See You,
Mhm.
See, and has Jason Momoa,
Hmm.
and it's basically like a post-apocalyptic world where everyone becomes blind. Nobody can see anything. And then
Oh.
suddenly and they make civilizations for people who can't see. They have really smart tactics to get around. Um, and then one day, 2, I guess, prophesized children are born, and they have vision. And
What?
it gets really wild. But I feel like for the concept itself, this could be done, like, really cool in an anime version. Granted, I probably really liked it because Jason Momoa was the main character, but I feel like if they take this concept and they make it, like, a little bit different, it would be really cool to see.
Well, if that's the case, then I feel like the Netflix show You would also be a really good anime. Like
Oh,
a
the soccer
mystery
one?
anime.
Ooh. Ooh,
That would
that
be a really
if
good
they
show.
oh my god, they could get Miyano Mamoru to voice the main guy. You just hear him talking creepy stuff. Ooh, he would be so good at that.
Girl.
He would be so good.
Girl.
Imagine.
If that's the case, I'm falling in love with him. Okay.
You definitely would.
I'd be like, whatever he says.
Mhm. Oh, he's stalking me? I'm so happy. So
That
glad.
man loves me.
Yeah, you're like, "Let me keep my curtains open. Let me keep everything open.
I
Unlock
see
all
you,
my
see me,
doors,
see
windows."
you.
Mhm. Honestly.
Guys, he created a key to my apartment because he stole my key. That's so romantic.
Oh my god, their video like, their little secret cameras all over my room. Ugh, he's so protective.
He's hiding in the ceiling of my bathroom. He loves me so much.
He's hiding under my bed. Oh my god, that is so crazy. But he would be perfect.
Miyano Mamoru would actually be
Mm,
perfect for that
he
role.
would pull that off so well. He would.
You would just fall in love with his voice and just
Oh my
disregard
god.
all his crazy antics.
Mhm. Yes.
I would love to see that. Oh my
That
gosh.
that would be actually really good. Creepy,
Ooh.
but good.
You know what I would actually love to see? And I'm just thinking about this. I mentioned it briefly in our diversity in anime episode,
Mhm.
but I want to see an anime created where the two main characters, and this could be a romance, but the two main characters are from two different countries. And I know that there
That'd
are
be
a
really cute.
few anime out there now, but it's typically the female character is like from England or from Australia, and she's got like blonde hair, blue eyes, and she moves to Japan. What I want to see is a beautiful black girl
Mhm.
move to Japan. Let's say she's just studying abroad. She meets this guy. They slowly fall in love, but she has to go back to her country. They lose contact with each other
Okay.
after she goes back. And he's now on a mission to find her. So he flies all the way to her country in order to
Okay.
be with her.
Oh, cute.
And he's like, okay, I remember the college that she like not stalkerish
Yeah.
type trying to find her, but like like he felt a connection. He just wants to be with her. And then he finds her, they get
Mhm.
together, and now he has to try to change his life to accommodate wherever she's from. So the cultural differences,
Yeah.
the differences in the types of food, the language barriers, if there are any.
Yeah.
I would love to see a love story like that.
Mm. Interestingly, I would actually like to see also similar concept of like a shonen type, but they actually include sort of like prominent factors of each of their cultures, like countries, because they do have like anime that incorporates into the people's characters where they're from. Like for instance, Solo Leveling has like other countries, America, Japan, Korea, like they kind of put it into the characters, but like the
Mhm.
main set of like, let's say the main group is always just one dude, or like it's always the side characters. I want like to see like a group of 5 from different places that are like the main
Mhm.
group defeating, I don't know, the bad guys, and they incorporate like their experiences from other countries, and that's like their power or whatnot.
Well, not
I feel
only
like that'd be really
that,
interesting.
it would be interesting to also add like what part of their cultural differences makes them stronger and
Mhm.
makes their power stronger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So, oh, that would be good too. There's so many good things that just need to be adapted into anime.
Absolutely. There's like a lot of cool, and they're wasting on isekais. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a good isekai, okay? But when there's like 50 billion of them, it's too much.
There's so many that, and I
There
mean,
are.
it's getting to the point where, we gonna have to have an episode for isekai, okay? Like,
Okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
have to have a discussion
I don't know. Some things might be
because
said in there that I can't take back.
y'all get y'all's popcorn ready because
Yeah.
she gonna let it fly. There's so many things from clothing to makeup to bags, shoes, hats, just everything that you can think of
Mhm.
that you can put like in even in your house.
Yep.
It's grown so much. I want to see more. Like I feel like I want to get to a point where anime is such a big medium that we just see it everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're getting to that point because people know what anime is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I feel like they do differentiate it from like American cartoons or whatnot. They
Mhm.
understand like it's a little bit different.
Right.
And honestly, it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
It is. It
And it's only
is.
going to continue to like sort of spread out and grow and, evolve and change.
Yeah. So
But yeah, guys, let us know like what you guys would like to see from the anime community. Do you agree with some of our takes on it? I'm honestly interested to know. And also, of course, shout out to Everyday Cosplay Collection. Thank you again for leaving your recommendation. And if anyone
thank
else is interested,
you.
comment on any of our posts or anything. We check all of your comments. So let us know, and be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. And of course, as always, tune in next week. Bye, guys.
Bye guys. Thanks again, Everyday Cosplay Collection.
Thank you.